Alrighty. Let's get this started, shall we?
I don't remember you. This must... Ah, a new recruit to the cause. Welcome. Oh, no.
Alright, we did all this part already, but apparently it's going to start us over on it. Which means we've got to do a lot of stuff. We got to do some repeating of what we already did on the last stream, which is okay. We're not going to complain about it.
How could you sleep through that? Well, same place. I'm right behind you. Let's go see what this is all
This way,
about.
please. Mind where you step.
Keep going. Stay on the path.
Yeah.
Please excuse the mess, Your Excellency. All right. Which is what? Let's search. I'm getting that.
Oh, little. As I understand.
And since we already did this part, I'm just going to kind of speed through some of it.
Be careful. I don't think they want us wandering around on our own.
tell you what I told Vendacia. I'm Sombrin, and I won't perform for the pleasure of a Dagon. So, Vendacia has let some of his pet nobles come by to gawk at his prize. Oh, there aren't enough of you to stop Vendacia. He hasn't... Me? I don't know.
You get the key. I'll stay here and watch over Sombrin.
Okay, so that's about where we were before the server stopped.
No mortal is allowed here. Not even the High Priest. Flesh like a cloak.
Oh, Did I actually kill him? Right as I died? Fucking fly.
Hey, over here. We're too late. While you were searching for the key, Vandacia arrived and called in the nobles. He started his presentation. Great, but it's not like we can just walk in there and... Wait a moment, that's it! If we can cause a panic, get those nobles to run around screaming, that should create enough of a diversion for you to use that key and set Sombrin free. We just need to accomplish that before Vandacia gets to the part where he sacrifices Sombrin.
Yeah, we don't want to kill him.
Take these Rikas. They're beetles similar to dewbugs. Very tasty, though they release a foul odor when they die. I was saving them for later, but I'll get more. Place them around the hall. Then, when you give the signal, I'll loose some arrows. Just drop the Rikas around the perimeter of the chamber. Once you've placed them, give me the signal and wait for the clouds of stench to clear the room. Then you can set Sombrin free. We had an infestation in my village when I was a little girl. If you know how to do it, you can kill them without causing a stink. They're quite delicious. But if you just crush them or stick them with an arrow, phew, that's what we're counting on. Place the Rikas around the chamber, then give me the signal when you're done.
Brothers and sisters of the waking flame, behold our future. This is one of the fabled 4 ambitions of Mahrhirin's Dagon, and his death will elevate us all. Like the others of his kind, he was created from birth for one purpose: to give us his power and grant our Dark Lord a connection to the mortal plane.
Now that's what I call a distraction. Let's grab Sombrin and
Interrupt
get out of
this
here.
sacred ceremony. Destroy them!
Counselor, this way, before the
Down!
odor overwhelms.
The High Priest is getting away.
Now go! I will deal with the intruders. Nice.
No matter. Come. If we can reach the entry hall, I can open a portal back to Nirn.
kill at all
I need a
costs.
moment.
Get up, Sombren! We need to get out of here!
I can't. Too exhausted.
I'll help Sombren. You need to deal with those Dromora.
Very well. I shall deal with you myself.
I opened a portal, little mortal. Take your companions and leave this place. We shall see each other again. I guarantee it.
Okay.
Thank you for getting me out of that place. I am in your debt. That story would take too long to tell. Let's just say I made the mistake of returning to a place where I once lived. I wasn't paying attention. Suddenly I was surrounded by Vondasia's cultists. They overpowered me and I woke up in chains. Yes, I would like to meet these other ambitions. Find out who they are, what we are, and learn more about this power Vondacia seems intent on taking from us. Lead on.
Take Sombren to the Temple of Debella. Then meet me at the Governor's Mansion.
Lead the way, my friend.
What?
Go, my friend. Go see Evelie. The twins and I have much to discuss.
I'm Destron, and this is my sister Kalia. But who are you?
My name is Sombren, and I, like you, am an ambition.
Another ambition. Truly? How very nice to meet you.
Oh, for once she's downstairs.
Did you get Sombren settled into the temple? Did you introduce him to the twins? Perfect. I was telling the governor everything that happened. How we traveled to the Deadlands and stopped Vandacia from sacrificing the third ambition. We need to figure out our next move. Oh, before I forget, here's your share of our compensation.
You have done well so far, mercenary. Now we must speak.
Hmm.
It's not boasting if you're right. My master comes looking. Say you haven't seen.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Every stone tossed into a pond causes ripples. The stones you have thrown have caused waves. As much as I wish to assist you, I need to think of Gideon and its safety. My spy master tells me that Counselor Vondacia still has eyes in the city. That even now we fear he is aware that we harbor the ambitions. That he gathers his cultists to assault Gideon. The presence of the ambitions puts my people at risk. Keep the ambitions safe, but we need to find a better place to hide them. Talk to the ambitions. Perhaps the third one you rescued. Sombrin, was it? Evely said he wasn't locked in a vault when the cult found him. Maybe he knows more than the twins. I would never turn away anyone in need. We will protect the ambitions for as long as we can. Yet I fear my legionnaires will not be able to hold off Vondacia's forces should they attack. Go to the Temple of Dibella when you're ready to talk to them. My spy master reports a flurry of activity that is troublesome, and Gideon is not the fortress it once was. Even so, my Blackfin Legion will give as good as it gets. Better even. What most concerns me is the possibility of treachery. Vondacia's family is powerful and has deep roots in Blackwood. His spies and political allies fill Gideon like wine fills a goblet. And not all of them are cultists, at least not openly. I fear the enemy we cannot see more than the one we can.
Makes sense. So let's find them a happier place to stay. Or a safer place to stay.
Go on, Kalia. Unleash your power. Just like back in the Sanctum.
All right, if you say so.
No! Wait!
Something's wrong.
Pull back, Kalia. Pull back!
I can't!
Hold on. Let me help. There.
How did you do that?
Practice. I trained to control my powers after I left my vault. When I was freed from my vault, it took months for my own power to reach such levels. And then it nearly destroyed me. I'm surprised Callie has gotten to that point so quickly after her release. Our powers grow exponentially once we leave the protection of the vaults. It's what they were constructed for. But Callie's power has advanced much faster than mine did. It almost consumed her. If not for my mentor, the same would have befallen me. When Duke Varen's forces came through, they set me free. To them, I was just another political prisoner. I wandered without a purpose for a time until my power reached a level similar to what you saw here. That's when my mentor found me. I don't see why not. Plus, it will probably be safer if the three of us leave for a while. There's an old shrine northwest of here. Let's meet there. I suggest you tell your wood elf companion where we're going. She seems like the sort to worry. Find us in the marsh to the northwest. I'll take Callie and Destron and meet you at the shrine. Don't worry, I'll protect them. The cultists won't surprise me again. Just let your wood elf friend know that we have the twins and we'll keep them safe. Why do you think Emperor Leovic had those vaults constructed? They contain and limit our power. Without them, the power would grow and expand until it destroyed us. The vaults were supposed to keep us alive long enough to learn to control our power. Right. About that. Obviously, what I thought I knew and the truth aren't exactly the same. Regardless, without the protection of the vault, Calia's and Destron's powers will eventually kill them. She was able to train me. She also had a method for suppressing my power until I can contain it on my own. Without her, I wouldn't be here today. She can help Destron and Calia, I'm sure of it. The governor is wise. A moving target is harder to hit than a stationary one. And if we're no longer inside the city, Bondasia's cultists have no reason to attack it. I wasn't paying attention. My mentor warned me that I was going to be hunted, but I didn't listen. I returned to my old vault to see if I could learn more about who and what I am. The cultist ambushed me, knocked me out before I could respond. I was raised in a vault, just like the twins. Isolated, ignorant of the world outside. All I knew was that I was different. Special, somehow. Duke Varen's forces set me free when I was 16. My mentor found me some months later. I fell in with mercenaries, wandering and learning to fight even as my power grew. I was beginning to lose control when my mentor appeared. She was a shaman of sorts. She taught me how to master my power, but she never referred to me as an ambition. She said she had been looking for me. She knew of Mahrhirin's, Dagon's interests in a hidden secret and had been searching for it. But it wasn't until my power began to manifest outside the vault that she was able to locate me. She saved my life.
Yeah. Or she was also prepping you. One of the two.
Well?
That was terrifying. I've never felt anything like that. Ever. Nothing like that ever occurred during our training in the Sanctum. What's happening to me? My gift is fire. Summoning flames is as natural as breathing. In the vault, it was always just a spark or a simple flicker. But when I tried to hit the target, I couldn't control it. The fire inside me, it wanted to grow, to spread, to feed. I'm fine. A bit lightheaded, maybe. Whatever Sombrin did, it put the fire out. At least for now. I don't like this. What if next time I summon the power, no one can help me extinguish it? I could hurt Destron. I could burn Gideon to the ground.
Our power seems to be getting stronger. Harder to control. If not for Sombrin, Calia's own power might have consumed her. Is this our punishment for abandoning our sanctum? No, probably not. But we're definitely getting stronger. You saw what I did in the sanctum. My power is lightning, but after seeing how Calia lost control, I'm hesitant to use it out here. I will, though, if I'm called upon to defend my sister.
Hey, you might want to. Of course, she's hanging outside the building.
Hey, I'm over here. Keshu told me to take a thinking break. It helps to take a break sometimes, you know? From thinking, so you can think better later. Anyway, how are the ambitions doing? Have you figured out a better place to hide them? Well, that sounds bad, obviously. What happened? Oh! I knew there was a reason we plucked him out of Vandasia's fortress in the Deadlands. I mean, other than preventing a human sacrifice. So who is this helpful person? Stick close to them. You need to keep the ambitions safe and out of Vandasia's clutches. While you're away, I'm going to continue helping Keshu's Blackfin Legion. And I want to be around when my cousins from Valenwood finally arrive. Good luck!
Oh, it's just outside the gate. Freaking cats.
All I ask is that you all keep an open mind.
That's a Dromora.
Sombrin, what's going on here?
Interesting. I didn't expect to hear from Sombrin again after he left, despite my advice. But to find him in the presence of a powerful mortal and 2 other ambitions. But where are my manners? Greetings, mortal. I am Zyna. And so I did. I sensed his need and offered my assistance. He learned well, and as he will tell you, I never betrayed him. Is that why he has summoned me? Because those other 2 ambitions now face the same danger that almost consumed him? Then you must bring them to my sanctuary. They are far more than anything you can imagine. I helped Sombrin because I didn't want to see him fall into Mahrhirin's Dagon's hands, or destroy himself with his own power. I will do the same for the others. I hide in the Deadlands. Yes, Dagon's realm. But I have ways to protect us. Before you bring them, they must be attuned to this realm. Find slivers of the Deadlands lodged in your world. Sombrin will show you how to use them to attune the ambitions.
As I said, Zyna helped me. And she can help Kalia and Destron. You just have to trust her. And if you can't trust her, trust me. Forgive me, but in my experience, most of Nirn takes a dark view of Dromora. Zyna found me when I was at my worst. If she wanted me dead, she could have killed me years ago or just let me destroy myself. Instead, she helped me, taught me control. Oh, of that I'm certain. Competition in the Deadlands is fierce, especially among the non-aligned Dromora. I know that she seeks allies to call upon when the need arises. Having 3 ambitions who owe you a favor? Oh, that's like gold to Zyna. Let me mark your map.
Oh, you.
As I said, forgive me. Oh, let me mark your map.
Okay, here we are.
Zyna told me where to find these slivers of the Deadlands when I needed them. Dagon cultists often enshrine these shards whenever they find them. You'd be surprised how often chunks of oblivion make their way to Nirn. I'll describe the process when you return. I need to prepare a portal at a place where the planar boundaries are thin. Take Kalia and Destron and gather the slivers. Then I can attune them to the Deadlands. I also marked where to meet me on your map. Our powers interact strangely with the natural forces of the Deadlands. That's why we need to be attuned. Of course, I underwent the process years ago. Now we must help the twins do the same. Keep them safe, then meet me on the road south of Gideon. No, you're not an ambition. Besides, you've been to the Deadlands already and suffered no ill effects. If the twins attempted that before we attuned them, the plane would rip them apart. Our power is connected to Mahrhirin's Dagon in some way. I'm not entirely sure. I just know that there's some element of Mahrhirin's Dagon inside us, and it wants to return whence it came. I think that's what Von Dacia hoped to accomplish by killing me. Anyway, I'd rather not see that happen to any of us.
I suppose we must trust in Sombrin's experience. He knows quite a lot more about our powers than we do. Does it matter? I felt the power inside me when I lost control back at the temple. I couldn't stop it. If Sombrin hadn't suppressed my flames, I would have ignited the city. Unless you know another way to fix me, I don't think we have a choice.
Yeah, you have a point.
Let's find these objects from the Deadlands as Sombrin's mentor suggested. If it helps keep me and my sister alive, we've got to try it, no matter the risk. No, but I never heard of ambitions either before all this began. We're in new territory here, but as long as my sister and I are in danger, I'll take help wherever I can get it. Let's go and find these objects. Can you believe it, Kalia? We're going to be great heroes.
What's heroic about being consumed by our own powers?
Zyna taught Sombrin to control his powers. She'll do the same for us.
If the cultists are our own what if Zyna only wants to use us for our
Come
power,
now, sister.
Destron?
Where's your... She can't force us. You heard her. She needs allies, and we're as powerful as they come.
I've read the stories. Pacts with Daedra never turn out well.
I'll protect you, Kalia. You have my word.
Silly little brother. I'm the one who protects you.
You're barely older, only by a moment.
Yep, they definitely sound like brother and sister.
Two slivers of the Deadlands, one for each of us. Mission accomplished.
I fear it just gets more difficult from here.
You worry about everything. Let's go meet Sombrin.
Might as well stop by the well while I'm out. Morning, Happy. It sounds like they're... like, I keep hearing them cry.
Destron, stop! This is serious.
Relax, Kalia. We're on an adventure.
Destron, be serious. Our own powers could destroy us.
That won't happen. I won't let it.
It might not be up to you.
Kalia. We'll figure this out.
We're doing this to avoid all that. Did you gather the slivers? You found the Deadland slivers? Good. I set up the portal at the top of the hill behind me. Alatun, Kalia, and Destron. Then we can make our way to the summit. I need you to deal with a complication for me. Creatures were drawn to the hillside by my actions. Could you make sure the path to the top is clear? The last thing we need is for some mundane and random threat to provoke a response from Kalia or Destron.
Right. Alright, I guess I'll go beat some heads in. That's what I thought. I'm gonna guess this is the path up. Huh. Yep, that was the path.
All right, just like we discussed, focus on the slivers of Deadlands.
It's working!
I've never traveled by portal before.
Quick, step inside. Follow when you're ready, friend.
Hello, cruel world.
I greet you, mortal. As with Sombrin, I shall do all that I can to aid the twins. But first, they must survive the Ashen Forest. They must walk the path of the obelisks. Before I can teach them to contain their power, they must first come to understand it. The path of the obelisks will help them do so. They must visit the 3 ancient oracles and learn the truths that each will reveal.
Oh, fun. It's a learning expedition. And what am I supposed to do?
Protect the twins from the dangers of the forest. They cannot unleash their power safely until they have learned to control it. At each obelisk, you will bear witness to the truths they learn. Come to me when all is said and done. Then we shall see. The power of these 2 ambitions grows with every passing moment. You must hurry. The path begins to the northwest. Look for the obelisks of origin, empowerment, and inevitability. Each will reveal a hidden truth.
Oh, fun.
The Dromora of my clan have dwelt in the Deadlands for ages uncounted. This is the seat of my power, just as it is Mahrhirin's Dagon's. My purposes, however, are my own. Allegiances among Daedra are not as simple as they are in the mortal world. Let us just say that I do not wish to see Mahrhirin's Dagon succeed in this endeavor. The ambitions must not fall into his hands. I cannot say for certain. Their truths are their own, not mine. Yet I know that they must walk this path. A mortal cannot become what they are meant to be without first understanding what they are. Much remains hidden from these 2 ambitions.
No, that was a freaking obvious answer. Oh, look, the way home. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's keep going. I'll only fight if I have to.
That must be the first obelisk.
Prepare yourself, brother, while our friend activates it and serves as our witness. Something's happening?
The babes are asleep. How? I couldn't get the boy to stop falling.
I fed the twins until they were full and exhausted.
Your Majesty, welcome. The babes are healthy and strong.
As commanded, my Emperor. She bore twins.
As Mahrhirin's Dagon commanded, so it has been done.
Our parents and the High Priest? I don't understand.
Alright, let's move on. No rest for the weary.
Well done!
I suppose this is the obelisk of empowerment.
Activate it, if you would, friend.
It's starting.
Time for the final ritual, my Emperor.
Proceed, High Priest.
O Mahrhirin's Dagon, Prince of ambition and destruction, imbue these infants with your power! Let it ripen and grow within these vessels until the appointed time.
As Dagon wills
Let it be done.
Our parents were sacrificed to Mahrhirin's Dagon? Why?
That's where it comes from, the inevitability part. Come on, you two. Ooh. Let's make a roundabout pass around those guys. I'm gonna have to attack at least one of these. Ooh. I like this character.
That portal opened on its own. Suppose we should step inside.
I don't like this.
ago was it? When I crushed you and claimed the ambitions for myself. It must be rather depressing to see that all your efforts were in vain. That my victory is inevitable. Visions? You must understand the forces with which you meddle. Given your failures before you died, that doesn't surprise me. You entered the portal at the obelisk of inevitability in the Deadlands. What could be more inevitable than the future? Look around and see for yourself. The very fact that you stand before me proves that you didn't stop me. You didn't save the ambitions. You didn't save anyone. I destroyed you. Now this realm belongs to my lord and master Mahrhirin's Dagon. Look who stands behind me. Look at the throne on which I sit. Mahrhirin's Dagon may be the master of all Nirn, but he has given me Tamriel as my reward. From High Rock to Morrowind, all bow to my will. There is no power in Tamriel equal to mine.
Okay, goodbye.
Mercenary, time to go. Through the portal, quickly.
Vandacia. He had us displayed like trophies.
We saw our future. We're doomed.
Snap out of it. What you saw was
I didn't think that was how my story was going to end. I really thought we were going to win. Isn't it? You saw the Prince of Destruction. How can we hope to fight something like that, let alone his High Priest? Maybe it's better if we just let our powers consume us. At least then Vandacia won't be able to claim us. Now you sound like Kalia and Sombrin. You're right, though. We have power beyond anything Vandacia possesses. That's why he wants us. Once Zaina teaches us to control it, we'll be unstoppable. All right. We're with you. Let's go get this done.
Vandacia is going to win. We saw ourselves. He was drawing power from us, like sipping wine from a chalice. But you saw how Vandacia looked. Strong, powerful, and Mahrhirin's Dagon looking down on us. How do we stand against that?
You just do? Oh.
I don't... Can it really be that simple? Was that the point of these visions? To show us how we were created, and to reveal a dark and possible future? All right, I understand. Just because the night is long, doesn't mean the sun won't rise tomorrow.
Exactly.
The obelisk of inevitability reveals just one possible future. True, it's the most likely outcome, but it isn't the only one. Now that we know where things are heading, we can work to change the course. We're dealing with forces beyond our understanding. It was always going to be a difficult journey, but the obelisk of inevitability only shows what will happen if events continue on their current course. That future hasn't happened yet. The perils of visiting oracles. Are we better off knowing what is to come, or continuing on in blissful ignorance? I believe our choices matter. I choose to resist Mahrhirin's Dagon, and no vision will sway me from that path. I hope you feel the same.
Of course, they're gonna run right by them, and I have to fight.
for the twin ambitions, let us speak. We can finally greet each other in person, mortal. Before we begin the process that will permit the twins to control their powers, I must ask you a single question. Why does one who abhors Mahrhirin's Dagon care what happens to his ambitions? A noble sentiment, but they are more than just people. They are powerful weapons. Dagon's priest imbued them with a portion of the Lord of Destruction's own energy when they were born. It has grown and intensified in the intervening years. Imagine that each ambition is like a mortal bank. Instead of gold, the priest deposited a portion of Dagon's energy inside them. That energy grew with them, compounding and doubling year after year like interest on your savings. It also transformed.
Really? We're going into economics? Do we really have to go into economics in a game? Come on now.
In every way, what was once just of oblivion became mixed with Nirn. Now that energy is a part of both realms. And that is why Mahrhirin's Dagon wants it back. It will give him the connection to Nirn that he so greatly desires. A path to your world. Their power is like a volcano, building until released as an explosion or a lava flow. One is catastrophic, the other merely destructive. I will delay the eruptions while teaching them to dissipate and maintain control. You may observe, of course. We must begin the ritual at once. This way.
Stay close, friend. I'll feel better knowing you're nearby.
I ain't gonna leave you behind. Come on now.
What's happening? What's going on?
Zaina, what are you doing?
Helping you fulfill your purpose. Your ambitions. You belong to Mahrhirin's Dagon.
What happened? No! Zaina! Damn it! Damn her! Zaina betrayed us and cast us into the spider nest! It's a dungeon beneath her sanctuary. She sends her enemies.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
We aren't her enemies. She saved my life many times. If she'd wanted to hurt me, she could have done so long ago. Why turn against me now? I don't want to believe that. But I heard what she said too. And she completely drained my energy. I can't call upon my power until it recharges. We need to find a way out of here. We need to get to Kalia and Destron before Zaina turns them over. First things first. I need to restore my power. Let me think. Zaina told me about an old foe she destroyed. Tossed them into this place and kept their skull as a trophy. It may hold enough energy to recharge my power immediately. The skull is in the treasure chamber. You can get there through the east door. Retrieve it and meet me at the door in the north. When you find me, I'll be in a meditative state. Present the skull, and I'll do the rest.
Yeah, I'm not continuing that. Let's go. Alright, let me go, because obviously you're gonna stay behind and I have to do all the work. Because, you know... I was wondering when I was going to run into one of those.
feel the residual energy. Hold the skull toward me, please. While my power finishes recharging, take a look at what I found. I left it over there.
Script faded away almost to nothing, but the last few pages are written in glowing golden ink. Contract. The 1137th. The command of Mahrhirin's Dagon. I submit to be bound under the following conditions in exchange for my master's aid in the conquest of the mortal realm, known as Cyrodiil. Reachfolk chieftain, known as Kurok, the Black Drake, shall cause to be born 4 ambitions under the signs and circumstances described in the Holy Book. It is written. Contract the 138th. The command of Mahrhirin Dagon I now endorse and extend the contract bestowed unto his son and heir, Mahrhirin, now Emperor of Cyrodiil. Emperor Mahrhirin executed his father's burden of bringing into being the 4 ambitions decreed by Mahrhirin Dagon. I submit to guide and instruct the Emperor's agent in the ritual of empowerment described in the Holy Book. It is written. Alright, the 137th and 138th. Default in accordance with the obligations imposed upon me by Mahrhirin Dagon. I attest to the default of the heirs in the execution of the preceding 2 contracts. The death of Emperor Levik without the designation of an heir activates the codicils described in the Holy Book. Whomsoever sacrifices the prepared ambitions in the manner required by Mahrhirin Dagon may lay claim to the reward once promised unto and his heirs. It is written. Curse that boy Sombrin. 3 of the ambitions remain hidden within their vaults. The one I had in my grasp has now returned to the mortal realm. At least he believes that all other servants of Mahrhirin's are his mortal enemies. When the time is right, I will lure him back, or perhaps he will come to find me. The prize shall yet be mine. All I need is patience.
All right, I'm ready. Follow me.
Of course.
We have to stop Zyna. Attack! She's doing something to the twins.
You're too late. Lord Dagon will reward me for
I'll
securing
tell you
the twins.
You deal with Zyna.
The ambitions belong to Lord Dagon. Their power is for him alone. Destroying you. You truly understood the nature of the ambitions.
Zaina. She was going to sacrifice us to Mahrhirin's Dagon.
Sombrin, how could you bring us to this monster?
She wasn't like this. I didn't know.
Destron, help me open a portal. Like Sombrin showed us on the hilltop.
This wasn't how it was supposed to turn out. Come on. Let's go after them. Zaina, she never gave me any indication that she was going to betray us. That she was involved in our creation and wanted to sacrifice us to Mahrhirin's Dagon. At least the twins don't appear to be in imminent danger of exploding. Let me take another look at Zaina's contracts. Yes, it's here. Zaina used a holy book to show Von Dacia how to create the four ambitions. Could it have been the Mysterium Xarxis? She was always loyal to Dagon. She never wanted to help us at all. Hopefully, they're either still locked in a vault or wandering free like I was. I hate to think that Von Dacia captured them while we were busy elsewhere. I'm not sure what we should do next, my friend. It's beginning to seem hopeless. I hope you're right, but I can't see a way ahead from here. If all else fails, we'll destroy ourselves before we let Dagon win. We're the keys to unlock the barriers between here and the Deadlands. We can't allow ourselves to fall into his hands. Callia and Destron. They have no reason to trust me. Not anymore. But I'll still protect them. And somehow, whatever Zaina did to prepare them to be sacrificed, it seems to have dampened their power. How long that will last, I have no idea. But until their power builds to uncontrollable levels again, they should be able to use it to help us. I'll try to train the twins as Zaina trained me. If all else fails, I can take them back to the Deadlands. The realm seems to naturally siphon off our energy and keep it at manageable levels. Not my first choice, but it will serve as a last resort.
Sombrin was only trying to help us. I know that. But he still led us to that evil place. Whatever Zaina was doing to us, though, it siphoned off some of my power. I think I can use my fire now. Control it. At least, for a while. I don't think Sombrin means us harm. I think he actually wants to help us. I'm going to be wary of him for a time, but I'll stand by him. I don't think I have another choice. Not really.
I really didn't need to talk to him, but I wanted to talk to him.
Zaina didn't want to help. She wanted to kill us. How many more of these fanatics are going to attempt to sacrifice us before all is said and done? At least I'm in control of my power for the moment. It may not last, but it's better than nothing. Sombrin is a fool. He allowed that Dro'dar to trick him, almost got us killed in the process. I'll listen to what he has to say, but I won't blindly believe it. Not with what's at stake here. The fate of the entire world rests on what we do next.
It's true. It's very, 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 very true.
I'm sorry. I had no idea Zaina meant to betray us.
She wanted to kill us, Sombrin. But apologies won't cut it.
Destron, Zaina betrayed Sombrin too.
Because he was stupid enough to trust her.
I will make this right. I promise.
Let's return to the temple. We shouldn't be discussing this in the street.
Gideon, you return at a grim moment, mercenary. While you were gone, word reached us that the Waking Flame is gathering an army. I fear it will soon march on Gideon. But Evely said you took the ambitions to learn about their powers. Did you succeed? We are all in danger. At least you kept the ambitions safe. I thank you for that. Concerning the cult, Evely and I have made plans. But first, I want you to have this. The Order of the Waking Flame has cast a net around Gideon. Von Dacia is gathering an army, including guards from the garrison who were loyal to him all along. He knows the ambitions were here, and that they have now returned. No, the city is no place for a battle. When foes surround you, it is wise to put your back spines to a tree. We will move the ambitions to Fort Redmane. The Imperials abandoned it years ago, but my Blackfin Legion has been restoring its defenses. No, I have another task for you. Summon what allies you can to Fort Redmane to help defend the ambitions. I sent my legion ahead, but I fear we will need more warriors. Before you go, tell the ambitions what we are doing and why. They trust you. Tell the ambitions we will defend them with our lives. Just not here, where so many civilians could be endangered. Let us use Fort Redmane as the tree against our backs. Evely will see the ambitions safely to the fort. Talk to her before you go.
Tell the ambitions no army of crazed cultists is going to sacrifice them on our watch. But try not to alarm them, which might be tricky. After I send out the call for allies, I'll escort Sombrin and the twins to Fort Redmane. Right. Anyone with an army that can help us. You head to Leowin. I'm sure Captain Rian would be happy for the Ivory Brigade to lend a hand. Beyond that, what about anyone else you helped here in Blackwood? Anyone have any soldiers they can spare? That's great. My brother Baragon always told me that adventures turn on the favors we collect along the way. So, who do you think we can count on? Definitely go call in that debt. More brigadines would be very helpful when the Order of the Waking Flame attacks Fort Redmane. The legendary Argonian warriors? I read about them. You have to go ask them. I do hope they'll come. I really want to meet them. You'll ask them for me, right? We could use those kinds of skills at Fort Redmane. Tell Sombrin and the twins I'll be with them shortly. I have a few more details to work out. You went to the Deadlands? And you took the ambitions with you? What were you thinking? What did you expect was going to happen in the Deadlands? That's where Mahrhirin's Dagon keeps all his stuff. Well, at least everyone made it back. Now, we just need to keep them safe from Van Dacia and the Order of the Waking...
Something's going on, isn't it? Seems like every Blackfin Legionnaire is in a hurry today. Let me guess. Von Dacia's coming for us again. I know the place. It's an old Imperial garrison, isn't it? I passed by it during my travels after Varen's forces released me from my vault. A fort is more defensible than Gideon anyway. I see the logic. But aren't you coming with us? I swear to protect the twins in your absence. I took Zaina at her word, and it nearly cost Kalia and Destron their lives. I'll die before I put them in danger again.
We're moving again? I've barely had time to experience the world outside my vault. And now? Well, I may not get much of a chance. I'll go with Evely and Sombrin. At least I'll get to see more of the countryside, right?
Did I hear correctly? We're going to a fort? Why do I have a feeling that this story isn't going to have a happy ending?
Okay. Let's talk to some old friends.
You're back? We're still cleaning up after the last time you were here. Has something happened? Counselor Vandasia's cult. Yes, I read the report sent from Leowin. I only met the man once, and I didn't like him.
That's probably a good thing.
I can't imagine what he wants with that old ruin, but you wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. Count us in. We owe you a debt for your help with the Argonians. I'm grateful for the chance to pay it back. I'll gather my brigandines and head out at once. See you at Fort Redmane.
After living in Gideon for a few months, I find it refreshing to be back home. I do not understand the proclivity of others to trap themselves in stone structures.
Right? Figure I might as well piss a few things off on my way over.
There are a lot of relieved villagers here, thanks to your efforts. Well done, friend. Hostile cultists in Blackwood. That must not be allowed to go unchallenged. The Three Winds will gladly fight by your side in defense of Fort Redmane. An hour of great danger draws near. I can sense it. The Three Winds will not leave you to face this danger alone.
Nice. I'm sure I'd probably have more. Good. I got some stuff I gotta do in the town anyways. I got some inventory crap to get rid of. drop those off at the bank.
Did you come here for crafting certification?
If you came for crafting certification, I can assist you.
What's in my junk file? Oh, nothing.
You are hungry, eh?
Okay, now you gotta see the bank.
Tragic what the three banners.
Okay. Should have went the other way. It would have been quicker. A lot quicker.
Mercenary, you have news? That explains the reports I received from my scouts.
Oh, you stupid. I had a pretty good run before it kicked me out. That time.
Mercenary, you have news? That explains the reports I received from my scouts. Increased and flagrant waking flame activity in the countryside around Gideon. I take it Von Dacia knows the ambitions are there? Governor Keshu is wise. Gideon isn't as defensible as Leowin. A battle inside the city limits will cause untold damage and deaths among the common folk. Very well, mercenary. The Ivory Brigade will stand with the Black Fin Legion. I'll rally the Ivory Brigade here in Leowin, and we'll meet you at Fort Redmane. We'll stop Von Dacia and his cultists. We have to. The cultists seem to have moved away from Leowin. I don't think the legates are in any immediate danger, but they're also no longer trying too hard to hide their identity. They're gathering in great numbers and setting up a perimeter around Gideon.
Okay, so now I need to go there. I'm just going to go ahead and fast travel from here. Alrighty.
You play the armor you're dealt, right? Or march with the armor you have? I'm terrible at metaphors. A solid fort at our backs, brave soldiers at our side. Now we just need to wait for Van Dacia and his cultists to show up. If we're being totally honest, I'm as nervous as the last leaf on the tree on the final day of fall. I'm a walk in the woods, loose an arrow at your back, fade into the trees kind of adventurer. An all-out war? That's not my style. Right. No guarantees in war. Still, it makes me feel better to know I'll have you fighting with me. And the Legionnaires and Brigandines, of course. Anyway, let's get to it. Talk to Governor Keshu and see where she thinks will do the most good.
like a storm drawing near, Vandasia's forces come. Time to take our places. I will command the outer defenses. Captain Rian and his brigadines will protect the gate. We will do our best to keep the cultists from getting past us and into the fort. I want you inside the fort near the guardhouse. That's where we'll place the ambitions for safekeeping. It will be up to you to deal with any cultists that get past us, until we can send soldiers to assist you. And remember, they have portal magic. I expect a two-pronged assault. The bulk of Vandasia's forces will attack the gates, while a smaller group uses portals to get inside. Portal magic is difficult. They could never move an entire army that way. Hence, we must defend from all directions.
Brigadines, take your positions! The enemy could arrive at any time! Emily, take the ambitions to the guardhouse!
Blackfin Legion, to me!
Alright. It's been a fun storyline so far.
Any sign of Vandasia's forces, Captain Rian?
I just received word. The Waking Flame has arrived, and they have portal mages with them. Evely, take the ambitions to the guardhouse.
I'll protect them. You stay here and defend the courtyard.
Support the mercenaries! Portals, cut down the cultists! Give the order and we'll release a volley. We're about to loose. Lead the enemy to our target. Target! To loose! Lead the enemy to our target! Heard you might need a little help in here. Hold the courtyard, Lieutenant! Mercenary, go check on the ambitions! Portals, just as we feared. At least they can't transport overwhelming forces in that manner. Go check on the guardhouse. Positive. With the added brigadines the lieutenant brought us, we'll be able to hold the courtyard. It's the ambitions that concern me now. Get to the guardhouse and stay with them. Enemies could emerge from portals at any moment. My scouts tell me we closed the gate just in time. It appears the Waking Flame used magic to conceal their approach. The Blackfin Legion is holding them back. But you should make sure the ambitions... I need to make sure we hold the battlements. Deal with any other portals that open, and see what support we can provide to Keshu and her...
Oh good, you're here. A little help, please. On the balcony! And the twins. They ran west. Still no sign of the ambitions? Well, I ran into a lot of Daedra, but no ambitions. Sombrin must be trying to stay one step ahead of Vandasia's forces. Let's split portals open all around us, and Daedra poured in without warning. Sombrin grabbed Kalia and Destron and blasted their way out of the fight. When you arrived, my cousins and I were doing our best to cover their retreat. I'm not sure, but they ran west. The Inner Bailey's in that direction. I wouldn't be surprised if Sombrin plans to keep moving. Vandacia will have a hard time finding the ambitions if they don't stand still. And so will we. That's awkward.
Over here, mercenary!
Vandesia's forces. They're everywhere.
Sombrin, I sense more of them. They're coming. All of you, under the shield! Time to move! Stay close! There's more coming! All of you, under the shield! Keep going! Move!
Sombrin, you're only delaying the inevitable.
Monster! Because of you, our parents are dead!
They were the chosen of Mahrhirin's Dagon. Rewarded beyond their station.
I'm going to kill you, Vandacia!
Who shall I sacrifice first? Perhaps the sister.
You leave Kalia alone, you bastard!
Destron!
Let me help you fulfill your purpose.
Destron! No!
Lord Dagon, I return to you the power of this ambition. Let the realms merge so you may walk among us.
The sky! And Mahrhirin's Dagon! How is he here?
This is my opposition. How easily I shall crush them.
Into the keep! Quickly!
The worlds are merging, Sombrin. There is no escape.
I hate you! Just leave us alone!
Kalia, you can't unleash your power like that! You could lose control!
What does it matter? You saw what he did to Destron. He's going to do the same to us.
Broken branches? What happened here?
Vandacia sacrificed Destron, allowing Mahrhirin's Dagon to drag us into his realm. Evelyn, I need the book you're carrying.
You know about that?
It's part of Dagon, just like Kalia and me. I sensed it the moment I met you. I think I can use it to weaken Vandacia. Give us a fighting chance.
All right. What are you going to do with it?
Take the fight to Vandacia in the courtyard. He won't expect that. Meanwhile, I need time to prepare.
Go fight the super powerful Daedric priest? How?
Just keep him busy. Then, with the help of this book, I'll take care of the rest.
All right. Sombra needs us to buy him some time. Let's get to the courtyard. I can't believe we lost Destron. I should have been there. Maybe together we could have saved him. Yes, I'd probably do the same if someone threatened my brother. Have you seen the sky outside? One ambition gave Vandacia enough energy to merge the entire fort with the Deadlands. What could he do with another ambition or two? Right. Should it concern us that he can read the book and it was all gibberish to me? Maybe the whole reason I found it and carried it all this time was so I could give it to Sombra now. Maybe he's meant to use it to stop Dagon. I hope that's true.
I can't believe it. He killed my brother. He killed Destron. Listen. Sacrifice me. Let Sombrin take my energy. Then you can kill Vandacia and save the fort. But my brother and my parents. Vandacia has to pay for that. You were supposed to protect us. You were supposed to save Destron. Then let me help. Sombrin has been holding me back. I don't care if I lose control, so long as I take Vandacia with me. Find him. Keep him busy. I'll make sure he pays for Destron.
I can't let Destron's death be for nothing. With this book, I think I can help us defeat Vandacia and once again separate the realms. I can't explain how being an ambition works. I don't really know myself. But I can sense things that are like me, that have the same taint of Dagon upon them. This book practically reeks of it. I think this is the Mysterium Xerxes. Zaina's contracts mentioned it. The rites it describes allowed Vandacia to imbue us with a portion of Dagon's energy. I think he took a little for himself along the way, which is why he's so powerful. I want to try to take that energy away from him. I'm not sure we left Blackwood. The two realms are merging around this fort. We could be on Nirn, or in the Deadlands, or maybe someplace in between. If I can weaken Vandacia and you can destroy him, that might break the connection and set us free.
Cultist blood to spill here.
Are those arrows or tree bites?
door. I'll cover you from the battlements.
Of course you will.
The power of the Lord of Fire and Blood flows through me. You cannot stop what is happening.
Get ready, Kalia. Just like I showed you.
You're going to pay, Vandacia. Mercenary, help us! This is for my brother!
Here, merging the realms is delicate. One mistake and both would be destroyed. Ambitions?
Brigandines are here to help. Give the order and we'll release a volley. We're about to lose. Lead the enemy to our target. the enemy to our target! We're ready! Tell Kalia when to strike!
This is for my brother!
Enough of this! When the Master wants it back, he will have it. The merge is almost complete.
Die, you bastard!
You defeated my high priest, That was unexpected. And before he completed emerging, that is unfortunate. Though this realm slips from my grasp, your fate is inevitable. You will join me or die, Omniscience. It is why you were created.
We did it! We stopped Von Dacia from merging the realms and opening the way for Mahrhirin's Dagon.
But my brother... Destron is still dead.
I failed Destron, but I won't fail you.
All right. Without Van Dacia or his master, the cult doesn't stand a chance. I can't believe it! We defeated Van Dacia, saved Sombrin and Kalia, and sent Dagon running with his tail between his legs. Does he have a tail? Anyway, we won! Destron would be proud of his sister. She fought bravely through the entire battle. Yeah, I guess Varro Lupus was right. We did need that strange book. In fact, I think I was meant to give it to Sombrin. I couldn't read a word of it, but he cast spells from it like it belonged to him. Sombrin did good, that's for certain. And honestly, I'm glad to be rid of that book. Sombrin seems to know how to handle it safely. I think it would be dangerous in the wrong hands. And I, for one, don't want any more bad dreams or waking visions.
Now I can add facing down a Daedric prince to my already impressive list of accomplishments. Food connoisseur, master assassin, consummate Vosa saddle player, and now this. I suppose I should thank you for getting me mixed up in this. Nope. Van Dacia made this personal, but I try not to make a habit of killing people for free. It's bad for business. You do what you have to. Me, I'm going to find a nice mammoth stick with a side of vegetables smothered in scuttle cheese sauce. Hey, I never claimed to be a hero. And despite our success today, I don't want to face Daedric threats on a regular basis. Then again, who knows what tomorrow will bring? Seeing you in action, I'm sure you'll turn up on a contract eventually.
Yeah, very possible. Alright, so before I
Sorry about Destron. Whatever you need.
talk to these guys, I've got to use the bathroom. So, I will be right back. Alright, I am back.
I'm still alive. I can't believe I survived all that, but Destron didn't. It's not fair. None of this is. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Easy to say, hard to do. Still, so many people fought to protect me today. Even though my heart is broken, for their sakes, I'll find a way. Destron would want me to. I hope so. Not just for my sake, but for the other ambition, whoever they are. Without Destron, they and Sombron are the only family I have left. I'll try to be there for them. I really will. For now, we're heading back to the temple if you need us.
I've been alone my entire life. First in my vault, and then in my wanderings. I finally found a real family, and I let one of them get taken from me. I promise you, I won't allow that to happen again. For now. But I don't think it's over. There's another ambition to find. And I can't imagine Mahrhirin's Dagon and his followers leaving us alone after all the time and planning that went into creating us. I think we'll head back to the temple for now. Daedra spin great lies from small truths when it suits them. I know that now. It was Zaina's last lesson to me. We won't join him and I won't let him kill us. We just need to come up with a way to keep any of that from happening. Yes, I wonder who he is, or she. Are they still trapped inside a vault? Or did they find a way to escape, like I did? I hate to think of them alone and unprotected, but maybe it's better if they remain hidden. Right. I almost forgot about that. I need to figure out how to keep Kalia from being consumed by her ever-increasing power. And them, too, once we find them. I suppose I have a lot to consider, and not a lot of time to do it. I'm not sure. It belongs to Evely, not me. I'd like to study it, see if there's some way to free the ambitions and change our destiny. But I know it's also dangerous. Let me think about it a little more. Then I'll talk with Evely.
The people of Blackwood owe you their gratitude, mercenary. You and Evely both. If not for your courage, Von Dacia and his waking flame cult would have unleashed unthinkable destruction. The losses would have been devastating.
Yes, they would have.
It could have been worse. We did well against the cultists. They were not trained soldiers. And when Mahrhirin's Dagon appeared, we faded into the mud and grass. Dagon did more damage to his own minions than he inflicted on our forces. When a fire rages, my neighbor's hut is my own. That is Argonian wisdom. We defend ourselves by defending our friends. Those who died today died well. We do not mourn them. We will celebrate their sacrifice and cherish our victory back in Gideon.
Oh, come on. Sorry, I ended up grabbing something to snack on while I was using the restroom, so.
Governor Keshu made the right call bringing the ambitions here. Can you imagine what would have happened to Gideon if Mahrhirin's Dagon appeared over the egg and hammer? We didn't just save Sombrin and Kalia. We saved Gideon. Maybe all of Blackwood.
Yeah, very possible.
That seems to be the long and short of it. I'm sorry we couldn't stop Vandacia from murdering Destron, but at least we took care of that rotten tree stump in the end. Despite all that, I feel pretty good. It's not every day I get to save Tamriel.
Right?
That would be too much to hope for. I'm sure some of them slipped away. It will take a while for them to find a leader as powerful as Vandacia, but I expect them to show up again at some point.
Well, I'll go be their leader. I know how you guys fight now, so.
Myself, I didn't. You helped. What started as an historic mystery turned into a tale of murder, living Daedric weapons, and the end of the world. How do we follow that? Oh, I know. With flagons of rot meth and lots of roast paws on a stick. What now? Can't we just rest for a while and bask in the glory? I know there's another ambition out there, and we need to keep Sombrin and Kalia safe, but still. Oh, Keshu asked me to give this to you. A reward for defending Blackwood. I have a feeling you hate this sort of thing, but we need to head back to Gideon. Governor Keshu insists on throwing us a victory celebration. I wonder if there will be cake. I could really, really go for a big, gooey piece of cake.
Yes, cake sounds good.
Oh, the best kind. I hear Governor Keshu really knows how to throw a party. Food and drink, music and dancing. And she wants everyone to be there. Sure. The gardens behind the governor's mansion are big enough to entertain an entire army. Hey, before you join us, can you check on Sombrin and Kalia? Invite them to the party? They went back to the Temple of Debella in Gideon. I'll meet you in Gideon after you collect Sombrin and Kalia from the temple. I think we've earned a little relaxation and a slice or two of cake after everything we've accomplished here. Absolutely. I think I'm really cut out for it. You get to travel, meet interesting people, see ancient places, and you get to solve all sorts of riddles and mysteries. And sometimes people throw you a celebration party too. A party with cake! Knowing that you helped people and seeing how much they appreciate it more than makes up for the dark times. You walk into town and people say, "Hey, it's Emily!" Soon the little kids around here will all have pigtails in their hair. Count on it.
Excuse me.
I'm from Grotwood. Have you met my people? It's all roasted this and roasted that, and even raw this and raw that too. You don't get to enjoy many pastries under Green Pact rules, you know.
You have a point. You have a fair point. All right.
looking for our guests, they're long gone. I know you. You brought those guests to our temple. Kalia and Sombrin and poor Destron. Everyone in town is talking about your deeds in Blackwood. You helped stop that traitorous Vendacia and his cult. Thank you for that. I did say that, didn't I? I suppose that even the charms of the Lady of Love can be too much for some folk. Not everyone can stand to bask in Debella's glory for too long at a time. But they were good people. I liked them all. I heard them talking about a ruin north of Gideon. I know that particular place well. Let me mark its location on your map. When you can spare a moment, come back and enjoy one of our ceremonies. All should open their hearts to the secrets of love.
I just came by to... Hey! I came by to find out what was keeping you in the ambitions. Where are they? What happened to Kalia and Sombrin? A ruin? I wonder why they went there. Haven't those two had enough adventures after all they've been through? We should go find the ambitions or they'll miss the party. Did the priest say which ruin in particular? Lead on then. The party's going to start soon and we don't want to be late. I, for one, want to get a nice piece of cake. Or maybe a slice of pie? Oh, broken branches, I'll just have both.
You think about food way too much there, Everly. Sorry to say, you do. Was it the same damn ruin? Really? Excuse me. Probably shouldn't have eaten that chili. Well, I probably shouldn't have eaten 2 cans of that chili.
How much longer, Sombrin? This place makes me feel uneasy.
Not long now. I'm almost... Oh, it seems we have company. I'm actually glad you found us. I didn't want to leave without an explanation. But I'm afraid that Callie doesn't have a lot of time. Callie's power is recharging faster than I anticipated. It will soon reach the point where I won't be able to help her. Then she'll either release it and destroy everything around her, or it will consume her. Either way, people die, including Kalia. Use the Mysterium Xarxis to open a portal to the Deadlands? It's the only place I can think of where Kalia will be safe. The realm naturally siphons off a portion of our power. That will give me time to teach Kalia to control it on her own. It's a big place. Zina taught me how to avoid notice there. And it's the last place Dagon's followers will think to look for us. As soon as Kalia can control her power, we'll come back. I promise. Thank you, my friend, for everything. I'll return the book when we come back, Evely.
Nah, you keep it. I think it was meant for you. Poor Kalia. I hope Sombrin's right and he can help her. But taking refuge in the Deadlands? It's like the sausage leaping out of the pan because it thinks the fire will be safer. As for me, I never want to visit the Deadlands again. Hey, it wasn't my book. I was just keeping it safe for... Well, as crazy as it sounds, I think I was meant to give it to Sombrin. He certainly did more with it than I ever could. And I'm not about to miss the bad dreams and the waking visions. We go to the party. It's taking place in the gardens behind the governor's mansion. To think, this all started because I was curious about a coded journal I found in Emperor Leovin's old retreat. We figured out the secret, and now we celebrate. I'll see you at the party. Last one there doesn't get any cake.
Oh, really? I start to catch up, and she... I remember the add-on that used to... for the UI. I know it's not the same one as this one is.
That sounds delicious, assassin. You must leave me a copy of the recipe. Welcome to the celebration, mercenary. There are many here who wish to thank you and share a drink or two. But where are Sombrin and Kalia? I expected you to bring them with you. Choosing exile to spare others from danger is a noble decision. I wish them well, even as I worry about Sombrin and Kalia out there on their own. Everyone else has gathered. Eat, drink, talk to your friends. In time, I shall address the crowd. Welcome to the celebration. Choosing anyone you like. They have all come to show you their appreciation. And do not leave too swiftly. I intend to boast of your accomplishments soon. I see Evely has arrived. Perhaps you should begin.
So this is what it's like being the hero everyone looks up to? Most of the stories I've read end with a hero riding off into the sunset before anyone can properly thank them. But I feel like we ought to stay for just a little while, don't you? I don't know about that, but I certainly feel more experienced, and I have you to thank. Well, you and Captain Rian and Governor Keshu and poor foul Lupus. Can you believe this all started because I couldn't leave Emperor Lehovic's secret alone? That's right, I almost forgot. And we should be ready to help Sombrin and Kalia when they return. I don't believe that Mahrhirin's Dagon and his followers are just going to leave them alone. I really thought the ambitions were actual weapons, though. Here, your share of the last of our compensation from Leowin. And a little something from me. I learned so much at your side. If you ever need any help, just send word and I'll come running. Oh look, I think Governor Keshu's ready to speak.
Welcome, people of Blackwood and honored friends. We have weathered a terrible storm. So now, we celebrate. Many had a hand in this victory, including those who gave their lives for our cause.
Oh, a party was just
to honor the two heroes beside me. Without them, all would have been lost. So stand tall and raise your cups to the sky. Remember those who fell and praise the deeds of those who lived. To victory!
Oh, a party was just what I needed to calm my nerves after what happened at the Zonmir. It's sort of refreshing to attend a function where I'm not the primary servant doting on the crowd. No, unless you count these tiny balls of goo that keep following me around. Lady Laurent says she catches glimpses of other me's in the crowd, but I think that's just her nerves. She can be quite tense and irritable if she skips her afternoon tea.
It's good to see you, friend. I wanted to make sure you knew how thankful I am for rescuing Stibbins from all that slime. Good help, well, mediocre help, is so hard to replace. Oh, and I heard you saved Blackwood. Congratulations on that. Oh, I'm sure there'll be another adventure. And Stibbins goes where I go. I can't seem to get rid of him, no matter how hard I try. No, I jest. I wouldn't think of leaving him behind. Who else would carry all my packages? He's very good at that.
This party is exactly how I like them. Keshu the Blackfin really knows how to throw a celebration. Reminds me of the feasts that Otumira throws. We might be up until the morning frogs sing. Well, after you left, we discussed moving on, but the winds convinced us to stay. We fought for our home. Leaving would hollow out our victory. So, the rebuilding has begun. Feel welcome to visit should the marsh breeze ever blow you in our direction.
It is time to feast and make merry. Where is the cake? Where is the drink? Point me to the games of strength. None of these dry-skinned beakos shall leave this party unchallenged.
In a party with this many people, I find it quite simple to sneak extra drink unnoticed. A little misdirection, and someone's food vanishes from their plate. Just a little game I play with myself.
I had no plans to leave my cavern where the magic of the eternal flow, but I had to see this little celebration for myself. It seems I made a wise decision. The drinks here taste more refined than Otumira's bug water. Perhaps I may learn the recipe.
Everyone's been talking about the things you've done for Blackwood. I had no idea you'd been so busy. I find myself edified, enlightened, and exhilarated by the tale of your heroics. Bailavon himself could not have done better. Yes, I have. The relics we recovered from Undertow Cavern turned out to be exactly the sort of proof I needed to convince other scholars that someone important had been entombed there. I am voracious, victorious, and vindicated.
Heroic friend, I am very glad to see you alive and well. It is a shame I could not fight in the fierce battle with you and lend you my incredible strength. But a great warrior such as yourself proved victorious anyway. Tentative, like a newly formed river emerging from two springs. But it flows. The water is muddy, but will soon run fresh and clear, I am sure. Nahish Nurwal and Lieutenant Viria have been working hard to ensure that our peace lasts. Thanks to you.
A pleasure to see you again. Many brigadines, myself included, have been quite impressed with the stories we've heard of your exploits. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, given what you did for us at Hutanzel.
So, any chance I could talk you into enlisting in the Ivory Brigade? No? I didn't think so. I want to thank you for helping us with all this. I hate to imagine what would have become of Blackwood, if not for you and Everly. I'm in your debt.
I wanted you to know how appreciative I am of what you've done for us. Not only did you reveal Vondacia for the traitor he was, you took him down and saved Blackwood. Countess Cairo in the Chamber of Legates, thank you. You're always welcome here. Plans? The same as they were before this trouble started. Work with Gideon to secure our borders and keep the war from impacting Blackwood directly. make sure our communities stay safe and prosper. If not for you, none of that would even be possible.
You're not wearing that dashing outfit I sold you? If today's celebration is not the perfect occasion to dress up, I don't know what is. Perhaps you should visit my shop again to freshen up your wardrobe, hmm? Why? Shouldn't a leading Leowin business person attend a celebration for all of Blackwood? Besides, after I let word slip that you and Everly had patronized my shop, business has been booming. Everyone just has to know which outfit you selected.
I decided to stop by for the celebration, try a bit of the local fair before slipping back into the shadows. I know you're going to miss me, but I have a feeling we'll meet again. People like you usually wind up on a contract eventually. You mean after helping you clean up this massive debacle? Oh, the usual, I guess. Try some more of the local cuisine. Collect my next contract. Complete my next contract. What can I say? I'm a creature of habit.
What an adventure this has been, right? I'm really building up a collection of stories. I think I'll stick around the area for a while. Visit with my brother, catch up with my cousins before they return to Valenwood. Maybe help round up any remaining cultists still hiding in the wilderness. After that, who knows? I do hate leaving a story half finished. One time I lost a book I was reading and it drove me crazy. But yes, at some point we should find the fourth ambition and make sure none of them wind up sacrificed to Mahrhirin's Dagon.
Yeah, I think I talked to everyone. I didn't need to talk to everyone, but I did. I hadn't talked to you yet.
Councillor Leviticus' suggestion is wise. If not Governor Keshu, someone in Gideon should know where to find the Ojel Bark. If it's actually a place, that is. Just make sure you watch out for my sister. Everly is good, but she's still learning.
So I have a lot I still have to do here. I mean, there's still a lot here I haven't even done yet. Two way shrines I still have to find. Yeah, quite a few I need to do. lot of quests I still got to do in here to finish that. Farmer's Nook, I'm going to need to Border Watch.
Again?
Welcome to the hall. What can I do for you? Stars above, yes. Welcome to the Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guild master and a new singular purpose. You look like just the kind of candidate we want for new comrades in arms. Right. Our new guild master is an Argonian. Sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains. Plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights. Guildmaster Yofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand. But he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader.
If I remember correctly in that storyline, Sees All Colors is a bad guy.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra.
Researcher shouldn't take the responsibility.
Wait, I have something in my inventory.
Leowyn needs what the guild provides.
Requests your help. Well met, comrade. I have an urgent message from the Guildmaster. Report to me at once. I have a task for you. She's a lizard of few words. She's running things out of the guild hall in Daggerfall at the moment. The Eight guide you, comrade. No, but I have an idea. Word in the hall is that there's a big contract. A huge contract. All hands on deck. She...
The hell was that? So I need to go to that same spot. Got it. It's got quite a bit to do in this area.
Lucas! Lucas! Can you hear me?
This is insane! Whoever you are, you've got to help me. I know what this looks like, but I can assure you, I have committed no crime. The local constable is apparently 2 arrows shy of a quiver. The town was attacked by slavers, and he's accused me of being involved. I am a Knight of the Flame for Mara's sake, sent here to help secure the village. Just that I arrived in town right before the attack. It's absurd! Nerves are on edge at the castle, so I was sent to help protect the village. A messenger should have arrived ahead of me, but Constable Pascal says he never received the message. I'm glad you came along. The constable's down by the docks. If he won't listen to reason, try to find the messenger from Alcaire Castle. He can explain everything. If you can get me released, the Knights of the Flame will be in your debt. I can't imagine who would do such a thing. If that is the case, though, someone needs to send word to the Knights of the Flame at Alcaire Castle.
You're welcome to Koglin Village, traveler, but you'll have to excuse me. No time for idle chat. The town's been attacked by slavers, and to make matters worse, they had help from people we would have expected to be on our side. Exactly. Everyone is all worked up because she's claiming to be a Knight of the Flame. I give her credit for a brilliant disguise, but I wasn't born yesterday. You didn't fall for her cockamamie story, did you? Again, a very convenient lie. There was a messenger from the castle here, but he didn't say anything to me. He was over there by the warehouse when the slavers attacked. Those fancy clothes made him a target. They took him captive. Well, I got the town guard organized fast and had the slavers in full retreat. The cowards. They barricaded themselves in the warehouse, though. We're just going to starve them out. If your messenger's not dead, they've got him down there. Be my guest. Just don't expect any help from the guard. The slavers are like rats, quick to scurry back in.
Filthy Dunmer swine! What are you hiding for? I wouldn't feed your...
It's about time. I assume the Duke sent you? I am his personal messenger, you know. Well, what are you waiting for? Untie me. I had a message for the constable. Not that it's any business of yours. Sir Hughes of the Knights of the Flame sent me with clear orders. The message is for the constable's ears only. No, please, I'll tell you. Not like it's a really important secret or anything. Sir Hughes just takes himself a little too seriously. The message was just that Dame Dabienne of the Knights of the Flame was coming to help with security. No, I never got the chance. I had to talk to my friend first. Well, I didn't have to, I suppose. Anyways, that's when the slavers attacked. Will you untie me now?
This young man is lucky to be alive, though I'm not sure he realizes it. He told me about the message from the castle. The whole thing just seems a little too convenient, though, doesn't it? I can't release Dame Dabienne. Not yet. My duty is to ensure the safety of this village, and my gut's telling me that she's part of the threat. Too many coincidences. If we can get the village secure, we can revisit the matter. Right now, I need to deal with this ship. The slavers are on board. The captain claims he's not. He's not. But even if you do that...
I'm really scared.
The constable says, be ready. He's got a plan.
In all my years sailing these seas, I've never received such ill treatment in a friendly port. My men lie here bleeding on deck and we are refused aid. This man they call Constable is... I'd sooner eat sand than do business with these Dunmer swine. I have explained this. Last night was dark. When I realized there was no beacon to mark the shore, I dropped anchor. The slavers came in longboats. They caught us unawares. It was a daring battle. The slavers outnumbered us 10 to 1, but we'd planned for this. We lured them below decks and sealed the hatch. Many men were lost, though. We here on deck are all that remain, and we need aid. Can you help us? Yes, of course. I would gladly give my ledger over, but unfortunately it is below decks. This is why I've asked the constable to assist us in eliminating these Dunmer dogs, but he has refused. I'm afraid we're at a stalemate in this respect. You are brave, perhaps even a little foolhardy, but I like you. Though I fear for your safety down there, I will not stand in your way. If you return with the ledger, I will be forever in your debt.
The captain still refuses to leave? All right, then we'll do this the hard way. I'll call together the rest of the guard. You have the ship's ledger? The captain said it was lost below decks. I'll have to study this, but I'll be honest, I'm extremely skeptical this will prove anything completely. No, I'm sorry, we just can't take that risk. I dreamed about all of this, you see. The slavers, the ship, the knight, they were all working together. Even the blacksmith. I've known her for years. Yes, Sabisa the blacksmith too. And I don't care how it sounds. Defending the village is the highest priority, and we need weapons for that. Sabisa is refusing to supply us. She's leaving me no option but to have her arrested. Actually, I'd prefer you didn't. I appreciated your objectivity at first, but I must admit I am beginning to question your intentions. I'd prefer if you simply left town. You don't know what you're talking about. Paranoid. If you saw what I saw, I dreamed about this. Every last detail. You think that was just a coincidence? No way.
If Constable Pascal sent you here with orders to open the forge, you can just turn around and head right back out the door. That man has no right to order me around, and I'm not about to issue weapons for his witch hunt. Arrest me? That beef-witted bastard. To think I even cooked that man breakfast. What in oblivion's gotten into him? First he arrests a Knight of the Flame, and now me? We were friends for years, and then one night... Well, I guess you don't need the details. For a month or two, I thought we had something. And he just broke it off. Wouldn't even let me in his house to talk. He acted like I had betrayed him. He did? He was having trouble sleeping. You know, I saw one of those weird cult members leaving his house. The Supernal Dreamers. You don't think that has anything to do with this? Good idea. Perhaps there's some indication of why Pascal's behaving this way. He's just not himself. Turns out that almost everyone in town thinks Pascal's been acting strange. Even the guards. Did you find anything that explains his behavior? Oh, my poor little Pascal. What a mess you've made. One thing's for sure. We need to put an end to all these wicked accusations he's been making. Indeed. As I said, even the town guards knew something was amiss. I told them to be ready. I suppose Pascal will probably have to be restrained. Oh well. Best thing for unpleasant work is just to get it over with. Let's go.
my aching neck. I haven't been this sore in years. Oh, but freedom sure does feel good. This situation was more dangerous than I realized. You went way beyond the call of duty here, friend. I can't adequately express my gratitude. Not as glad as I am, believe me. It seems I'll need to take over security here in the village. And with those slavers out there, I need to get busy. First, though, the villagers may not realize it, but you saved this town from crumbling into chaos. I mentioned before that I came from Alcair Castle. The situation there is critical, and I think you might be able to make a difference. I could give you a list, to be sure, but my concerns are more general. There are rumors of assassins and spies in the castle, and as I was leaving, I heard something about a Red Guard army marching in that direction. Good question. We're all part of the Daggerfall Covenant, right? Maybe it was a false report. All the same, you should go. Talk to
When they plunder our town.
I wouldn't say it too loud if I were you. There's another set of stocks right there next to the constable.
Alrighty. Well, I have to shut down early. I am sorry about that. I have a little girl that is deciding to be awake and is asking for me. So I'm going to go take care of her and end my stream here. I won't be back on until Friday night to either continue this character or continue with the group character with Boss. Either way, I'll be back on, and yeah, until next time.